You can thank YouTube and you can thank Mercury retrograde for that. I was unable to resume my message. So it's chopped up into 3 pieces. Isn't that lovely? Anyways, right in the very middle of a very important message, the camera cut off. So we're going to get back into it again. There's parts of you that is not great. We're talking about facing the shadow. It's lovely for you to want better and more in life, and I hope you do. Go out there and do that. But the message I was bringing home, okay, the message that I was bringing home was a lot of you guys are in love and in fantasy with the person that your person could be, not the person that your person is. And I'm saying, why could that be pushing your relationship away from you? Because you're repelling it. If you don't love your person for who they are, which is their completely fucked up self, making fucked up decisions, doing wrong fucking things, pissing you off, doing bonehead shit, loving you, being with someone else, working at a job they hate, not doing what they love, all this shit. They have so much potential. And you see them for all their fucking potential and you're like, God, I love this fucking person for everything that this person could be and almost is, you know? But what about the person who's in front of you? The fuck up. And I was touching on that because there are parts of you that are fucked up. And why is it important for you to love your fucked up person? Because Source, Creator, Spirit loves you for all the fucked up messes you are, okay? For all the bonehead mistakes you've made, the shitty decisions you've done, the secrets you'll never tell a soul, the fucked up things that you've just accomplished out of whatever means, the things you wouldn't tell your best friend, the things that you're never going to tell me or any reader, and the things you just wish the Creator never even saw. There's a lot of fucked up things about you, and you just have to own that. Everyone has a lot of fucked up things about themselves. But the beauty is, Spirit Source Creator loves you wholly for who you are, as a whole. Spirit sees you for what you've been, what you did, who you are, what you're doing, what you want, and who you can be. He loves you for all of that shit. And so it's rightfully so for you to walk in Spirit's footsteps, follow in Spirit's path. So it is the right thing, if you truly love this person, to love them now, even for the mistakes they're making. In your person's confusion, in your person's lack of ability to make a decision, in your person's ability to make all the wrong decisions. Because you know this person's messing up, but you still love them. You know this person has failed and is failing you. But you also know how great this person is. Because you've seen them great. You've felt them in a great way. You've known a great part of them. If they weren't even part of that, you wouldn't love them at all. So your person has shown you the good side of them, the bad side of them. And a lot of you will get to see the greatest part of them, their potential. And remember, this person is a reflection of you. If you can love yourself and forgive yourself for your mistakes, not try to hide from the bad things that you've done, pretend they never happened, forget about them, move on from them, be glad they're in the past. If you could look at your whole self and say, I love myself. Everything that I did, I had a reason. I did the best that I could at the moment with the information that I had. I may not have been the best parent. I may not have been the best student. I may not have been the best child. I may not have been the best friend. I may not have been the best human. Okay? But I did the best I could with what I knew. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes. I'm not perfect. I want to be better, and I'm striving to be better every day. If you can love yourself wholly and forgive yourself, the closer you know God, because there is that true saying, and I forgot who said it, but it's the more you know thyself, the closer you are to God, the more you know God. You have to know yourself. You have to love yourself fully to understand God, because God, source, creator, being of all, loves you unconditionally with all your fucked up foulness and all your goodness and all your future potential. So yeah, you need to love your person. You should love your person. You should strive to get to that place, to love your person for all the mistakes that they've made, the person they are and have been, and the person they do have the potential to be. But you cannot just love your person for who you hope they will become, because you're hanging on to someone that hasn't existed yet. You're hanging on to potential, not what is. And that's a lot of the reason why it won't manifest. So why am I telling you this? Because I want you to manifest your partner. I want you to win. I lost so many viewers hearing that message today. Part 1, part 2, part 3 now. There's so many people dropped off like flies. They get offended by words like stick in the ass. They get offended by words like bitch. They get offended by words that are just fucking words. They're so in the deep of striving for perfection that they're not comfortable with reality. Because reality is not perfect. People want to live in a heaven, but they forget to love the reality that they're in. Everybody wants a world of peace, a world of economic stability, and a world without pollution, and a world without hate or murder and all this shit. That would be lovely, but that's not our fucking world. Who was that singer that said it's a beautiful world in the 1940s or 50s? He sang a really old song, but it was like, in a time of poverty, in a time of prejudiceness, heavy prejudiceness, whites only prejudiceness, this man wrote a song and sang it, what a beautiful world. He chose to see the beautiful world. He saw children laughing. He saw couples kissing. He saw birds singing. He saw rainbows. He saw beautiful things. That was the world he wanted to see. That was his reality. Yeah, Louis Armstrong. And I'm telling you this because you guys cannot love some fake-ass world that doesn't exist. And you can't love some fake-ass person that doesn't exist. Who do you have in front of you now? Is he a cheater? Is he a liar? Is he a deceiver? Is this person captivated with something, addicted to something? What? That's their imperfection. But things are not going to get better for you guys till you can love them. Till you can love them for who they are right now. So I shared that with you, hoping that by you seeing yourself and loving yourself for who you are and all the shit you've done, and knowing that Spirit still loves you even after all he's seen that no one knows, only you, that you can be forgiving and you can love your person with a whole heart and just say, listen, honey, you are making some really terrible decisions. You're hurting us. You're doing bad things. Like you're on a bad path, but I love you. I do. I love you. I think you're a wonderful person. I enjoy my time with you. I enjoy hearing from you, seeing you. You make me happy in so many ways. You make me very unhappy in many ways also, but that does not detour my heart from loving you, because the beautiful thing about the heart is it loves unconditionally. And if you, my friends, do not have an unconditional heart, then I dare to tell you that you are not in love. Okay? I know. A lot of you, no, I don't want to hear that shit. It is what it is. And I have such a small following already that the people that are in my comments, like, fuck this person, I'm over them, I'm moving on, I'm not into this. You're right, you're not into this. You're not in love. If you are done for good, if you are finished looking for better, then you're damn right you're not in love. Or maybe that's just a fleeting moment of anger, but you're not, because someone who is completely in love will love someone unconditionally no matter. And if you're not there, or you're never going to be there, or you don't want to be there, then it's not. And it just won't be. You have to look past the mistakes. Look past the problems. And again, if you guys are waiting for such long periods of time, God, some of you decades, you're not doing the work. If you are waiting 10 years, 20 years on something, what work have you been doing? If there is no progress. I mean, I know people who've been waiting 7, 8, 10 years, but they've had progress. They've had reunions, they've had makeups, they've had breakups, back and forth with that person. They've had ups and downs. That is progress. That is movement. But to the people that have been in zero contact for 10 to whatever years, that is the problem. People that hang on to nothing. And that needs some deep reflection. Why am I hanging on to nothing? To nothing and no one. What am I hanging on to? Not love, an obsession. Love has growth. Love has movement. Love has cycles. Love does not give you nothing. Okay? I don't know. Has any of this even made sense to a lot of you guys? Reflect. Hopefully I haven't scared the shit out of everybody today. But, you know, there's a dark, shadowy side to each of us. We all make bad decisions. I'm reading the book verbatim, so I'm not just speaking out of my ass, okay? There's a dark, shadowy side to each of us. We all make bad decisions. We think destructive thoughts. On occasion, we do destructive things. And ultimately, we have to face our own mortality. There's so much about ourselves we do not like to see. We don't want to see, and we don't want to remember anyone to know about it. But we cannot escape the judgment. We cannot escape that Spirit has seen it all. Let's look in a metaphysical mirror. Take a true look at your whole self. We come out of denial and admit what is really going on inside of us. breathe into what's not pretty, what we don't want to own, along with what we like about ourselves. Carl Jung said there can be no transforming into darkness, into light, and apathy into movement without emotion. It takes a very big amount of courage and humility to feel and admit that you are willing to own up to every part of your life. You have flaws and you have failings. And you have the right to happiness still. Yes. After all your bullshit, you still have a right to happiness. That is divine grace. You have the right to be you. You have the right to love. Can you admit the truth? No matter where you came from or what you have and have not done, it is time to face it up, own to it. We are all children of the same universe. We all have access to grace and forgiveness and hope and healing. And if we dare face the truth about our own selves, we can join the humane species. This is the element of fire. It is the number 4. It speaks of refinement. This is like temperance. The fire card shines light into the darkness. Most of us have distorted images of ourselves, which is true. We have the us with makeup on. We have the us in clothes. We have the us on Facebook. We have the us of us here on this channel in chats. We have the us that we take to work. We have the us that we want to present to a partner. We also have the us that no one sees. But it is our self-image, and is it balanced or unbalanced? You tend to see others as better or worse than you are. So you are judgy. This is what I meant by being a judgmental bitch. Don't take offense to it. But you will compare others to yourself. Well, I've done a lot of fucked up shit, but I have never fucked up that bad. Oh, there goes your ego. Can I just take you down 2 notches? The fact that you have the balls to say on your high horse that you are so good, that other people have fucked up, you're nowhere near as much a fuck up as your person that you claim to love is. You're actually worse. And I know you don't want to hear that, but just hear it. Get where I'm coming from. You are so full of confidence and conceitedness in yourself that you painted yourself this beautiful version, higher than others, which your ego has made you ugly. I know. And here you are thinking you were doing so good, but then your ego fucked it all up. And a lot of people have a hard time seeing that ego, especially narcissists. You have a hard time seeing that about yourself. It's like, but I'm so good. I'm a straight A student. I'm a wonderful husband. I'm a wonderful wife. I'm an outstanding mother. I'm musically inclined. I'm artistic. I'm honest. I'm this, I'm that. I'm all well and put together. But you're extremely egotistical and shallow. That makes you shallow because you cannot relate to people that are dealing with other issues. And you are very judgmental because you put yourself like on a scale of 1 to 10, what's worse and what's not. And the fact that you think you have the audacity and the authority to put yourself on a scale with others and hold yourself higher than, that's not good. And it was hard for you to see that. But if you look in the metaphysical mirror of reflection, you can see it. It's kind of like Prince Charming in Shrek, where he's like, but you're an ogre. Why would she ever want an ogre? Look at you. You're a fucking ogre. You're disgusting. You know, Prince Charming thought he was all that. But his ego made him so ugly, and it took away his good-looking hair, and it took away his good-looking body, and it took away his prestige, and it took away from his money, and it just took away everything because that ego can make you so ugly. So drop the ego. You know, and it's like spiritual readers and stuff too. It's like we're earth angels, we're light workers. It's okay in a way to say that, like, let's be light workers. It's a whole nother to say, I'm such an amazing light worker. I want you to hear the fucking ego. It's wrong. And it takes away their light. It dims away their light. One more thing I want to say on that. I saw it on a TikTok or something. It was a mom and a daughter holding a little candle, and it had a flame, and the mom was telling the daughter, we are each a candle with a little flame. Don't put yourself around candle blowers. Put yourself around people that want your light to stay lit. Don't put yourself around people that are going to blow out your candle. You want people to keep you there. So when you're saying you're a light worker and you're so of light and goodness and you're such an earth angel and you're so wonderful and every reading is my collective is so fucking wonderful. All of you are fucking wonderful. All of you get trophies. All of you get prizes. Every reading, all of you are the good ones. You're the good guys. Honey, if you came here to hear my channel and I just gave you my praises every time you showed up, you might start to believe that I'm the wolf in sheep's clothing. You might start to believe that I am kissing your ass for likes and subscribers. You might start to believe that I am candy coating all my fucking messages to pad your ass. That sucks. And I'm not that fucking person. If I rip into your ass, it's for a fucking reason. Because I want your fucking flame to stay lit. And I love you no matter the bitch that you are and that you can be. Because I also know how wonderful you fucking are. You're a fucking wonderful person. And I love my fucking language. Thank you very much. But I love all of that. I love the dirt, the grime, the addictions, the obsessions, the pain, the suffering, the anger, the madness. I fucking love that shit about you. And I love the wholesome, loving, forgiving, kind person that you are also. I love all of that shit. Bye. So, for better or worse, the deeper insight into you is the fire shines light. This is a vertical elevation. It is that one person that has to be good while another is being bad. Here, the metaphysical mirror reflects a new degree of self-honesty, and it is very humble, and it's leveling, and it's truthful. We own up to less likable parts of ourselves while equally claiming our inner goodness. And I love it. Now, we're all going to send love to Bronx, whatever the fuck was her name. Oh, Broxy girl. Okay? She's been triggered. She doesn't like bad words because bad words mean a bad person, which means she grew up with a very judgmental family. And if she had unacceptable words, she was an unacceptable person, which means she views other people as, if you have bad words, you are an unacceptable dark person, which means in her personal, intimate relationship, if her person misbehaves and is a dislikable, unacceptable person, she's going to have a problem with it. And she's living in this very unfortunate box of judgmentalness. And that's okay. That is her shadow. She's dealing with it. She's going to go down a long road of owning her childhood wounds, owning her authentic self, learning unconditional love, learning the battle between light and dark is actually balance, not conquering darkness, but balancing it. She's going to learn. And that's okay. People come on here, they process, they grieve, they go through this. You guys can either take a tough message or you can't, and that's okay. If you can't take a tough message, that doesn't mean that you never will be able to. It just means you're not ready right now. You can't have a baby and feed the baby steak and potatoes at 6 months old. The baby needs soft, mashed up foods. There's no teeth. Some spirits, some souls just don't have the grit to handle that kind of weight of a message yet. That's too meat and potatoes. That's too thick. That's too heavy. You know what I mean? So it's okay. In love, some people are going to come in and they're going to reject this message because it's too much. But I told you, this card is about refinement. A diamond is not created without being under pressure. You are in a pressure cooker. This message is hard to take. It's hard to fucking hear. This is not for everyone. I am not everyone's cup of tea. I certainly don't speak with grace and sugar. Like I said, I wouldn't feel very honest. I am not the reader that's going to pad your ass. Because, by the way, you're going to get sick of those readers. You are. Someday, maybe not today, but someday, you're going to click on YouTube and you're going to say to yourself, I keep hearing the same message. Every week, every month, every year, the same message. We're going to get together. All's going to be well. This person loves me, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to get sick of it. And you're going to learn you've been hearing nothing but padded ass, candy-coated, bullshit ass readings. Why? Because nobody wanted to deal with the shadow. Not one reader, not you. No one. We don't want to look at ourselves. We just want to look at them. They did the bad deed. They're doing the bad thing. They are the bad guys. My collective is so wonderful. My collective is perfect. All of my viewers, all of you here are wonderful, wonderful, deserving human beings that did nothing wrong. You don't deserve this. You're earth angels. You're light workers. You're special. Everyone deserves the trophy. Let's rip into the karmic's ass. Let's rip into your person's ass. Let's rip into their ass. Very rarely are you going to hear a reader say, let me rip into your ass. Uh-oh. Told you. Triggers. Guarantee you Broxy girl couldn't hear the words when I said earlier, stick up their ass. So she would have really lost her shit then. Oh my God. You know, some people just can't, they're not ready. You know, when I say the word stick up your ass, I mean you're too uptight. That's what it means. You're too uptight. You're not comfortable. Try sitting down with a stick up your ass. You're not comfortable. You can't sit with it. You know what I mean? You need to relax. You need to not be that way. You need to be able to hear things and know that they're good for you. If you go to a doctor's office and you're complaining of knee pain and back pain and a lot of other health issues, and your doctor says, you know what, you're really overweight. You're very unhealthy. You have terrible eating habits. You're killing yourself. That's tough to hear, but you fucking need to hear it because you need to change your life. You need to lose the weight. You need to get healthy. You need to live a long life. So that doctor just saved you a lot of grief, even though you don't want to hear his message. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I feel this is in this message today with tarot. You're coming to the tarot office. You want to hear what's wrong with your person and whoever they're with, but you don't want to hear what's wrong with you. But that's what you need to hear. because your person and the karmic is a reflection of you. So gosh darn right, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you, because you're the one creating this whole shenanigans. You're creating the shenanigans. So yeah, I want a different story. You want a different story. I'm going to help you change. Anyways, take a hard look. Because like I said, if you can't love your person for all the fucking mistakes they are, then you're not loving yourself for all the mistakes you are. It means, honestly, if you cannot forgive your person for, let's just say, choosing the karmic over you, then you're not forgiving yourself for choosing someone not worthy of you. Oh shit, what? Rewind, say that again. You not forgiving your person for choosing the karmic over you and being angry about that is you not forgiving yourself for choosing them for being less than worthy for you. I know that's, comprehend that one. You have chosen someone, let's be honest, that doesn't deserve you. Why? Because you deserve loyalty and love, and you deserve to be chosen. Being happy is your birthright. You deserve that. But you have chosen to love someone that has chosen someone other than you. Let's look at that. Dissect that. Why? Why do you love someone that's not choosing you? It's just an example. This may not be everyone's story, but because that's all I can get. Maybe that's all I'm worth. I can't imagine myself being with someone honest and loyal and dedicated to me. I don't even know what that looks like. What does that look like? I haven't even imagined it, visualized it, or played it out. I wouldn't know what a faithful person feels like. I'm so used to this kind of drama. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere because we're dissecting it. Where is this coming from? Did you grow up feeling unworthy? You know? Did you grow up feeling like you just get scraps? That's all you're good for? Did you grow up thinking you get hand-me-downs? That's all you're good for? Did you grow up seeing yourself lower level than cousins or friends? What is it? What is it that you think you deserve this? See, and I like that you're going to do some reflection. It's just an example, of course, but do that work. Do that inner work and go, you know what? She's fucking right. I'm angry with him for choosing this fucking person over me, but I need to look at me because I'm fucking angry with me for choosing this fucking person that's not choosing me. Making a stupid decision. I'm mad at myself for making a stupid decision. Oh, here's the mirror. I'm attracting that situation because I'm choosing someone who's not choosing me. So what's going to be my